So number one is presence. Now we all know the importance of presence, meditation, etc., etc. The reason why presence is so important for your mental health is because they say all the time, if you're thinking about the past constantly, if you wake up and think, oh, I'm really embarrassed about that time that I approached that girl in the gym and I got laughed at. If you wake up and think about those things, you're putting your body in that state of negativity all over again. Hence why you're going to be fucking depressed, because you cannot change the past, but you're still reliving it in the present. Okay, and it's the same with the future. If you're worrying about the future, and I'm going to talk about worrying in just a second. If you're waking up in the morning and you're thinking about, oh, well, I want to go and approach that girl in the gym today, but what if I mess up and she laughs at me? Then you're going to feel anxious. You're going to feel what that person would feel if he fucked up, but you're going to feel it in the present moment. Now, again, I say this all the time. You must understand, your nervous system, your body, doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. Doesn't know the difference. So by you waking up and putting yourself in this negative, imaginative state, you're setting yourself up for failure for the rest of the day and for bad mental health for the rest of your life. So wake up and just be present. Be here and, in the now. Don't think, waking up and thinking about the past, literally, but what are you going to get from it? The only time I'll think about the past is if I'm reminiscing about positives so that I can feel that positive emotion again. So therefore I can be the most positive for the present moment. Yeah, or if I'm learning from something, I'll think about the time that, I approached that girl in the gym and she said no and I got laughed at, whatever. I'll learn from it. What did I do wrong? How did I come across, etc. I'll take the positives from it and then I'll crack on in the present moment. Dwelling about the past, something that you cannot change over and over again, is just a waste of energy. It's pointless, isn't it? So with that being said, presence is the first one on this list. You must have a good level of presence on a day-to-day basis, and you can do that through meditation. You can do that through embracing discomfort, doing things that scare you, doing things that force you to be in the present moment. Yeah, because when you're doing that, you don't have time to think about the future or think about the past, because you're just here in the now. And that is the best way, genuinely, because there's no thoughts in your brain. You're just walking through the world with complete presence. Okay, you're not thinking about that bitch that did you wrong in high school. You're not thinking about what could go wrong if I did this. You're here now, appreciating the sensations you feel, the fucking wind, the trees, the sun, people around you. You're socially connected, whatever. You're enjoying it all. That is a key, surefire way of having good mental health. So presence is number one. Do this through meditation. Meditation is the best way of doing it. Training your mind to just revert back to the present moment. Training where you put your focus. Absolutely vital for any human being and anyone that wants good mental health. So presence, don't neglect that. Okay, let's talk about the worrying situation. So a lot of you guys worry. You think about the future and you imagine the worst case scenario. Now again, we understand your body responds to what you think. Physically, emotionally, it responds to what you think. So if you look at a situation, you think, okay, there's an attractive girl I like. I always see her when I go into the gym. Today, I'm going to approach her. I'm going to go up to her. I'm going to speak to her. I'm going to try and get a number. I'm going to try and get to know her a little bit. Okay? If you look at that situation and you think about the negative, the worst case scenario first, you're going to feel negative. You're going to feel anxious. Okay? You're going to feel just not as good as you could do. So you can do something called positive worrying, all right? And it's, instead of thinking about the worst case scenario, her laughing at you, all this bullshit, instead you think about the best case scenario. So then you're flipping it from a fearful event that you're, I don't really want to do it, you're scared of it, to now an exciting event. So now you imagine, instead of her rejecting you and you getting laughed at, you imagine her giving you the number, everything goes smooth, you meet a new girl and you have a beautiful relationship and everything's great. Just imagine the best case scenario. Imagine yourself in the most confident way. Look forward to it. Because then every time you think about approaching that girl, rather than feeling fear, you'll feel excitement. Because in your head, you're convinced that, it's going to go well. Because you don't know, you can't predict the future, so you may as well just assume that it's going to be the best case scenario anyway. Because therefore, in the present moment, you can respond in the most optimal and positive way, in the most confident way. Does that make sense? Sweet. So, presence is number one. You do that through meditation. Number two is kindness. Being kind to people. Very, very simple. I don't want to waste your time. Literally just go around, say hello to people, compliment people, praise people when they've done something good. I used to do this in work when I first learned these techniques. I learned it from a book, in terms of praise and being kind to people, from a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. You learn about praising people, complimenting people. That makes people feel good and it makes you feel good. Like, it's just a good thing for your mental health to be kind. So I was in work and I'd do my little part-time job. And, if I seen someone working hard, I'd be like, bro, you're doing good today, man. You're working hard today. Thank you. I'm very grateful for your fucking hard efforts, right? I'd literally just speak to people like that. I'm very grateful for you. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I'm very, very polite and I'm very, very appreciative of people's time. And I'm very kind. I'm just nice to people. It's nice to be nice. It really is. You know, if you see people in the gym, bro, you're looking big today, you're looking massive, bro. How long have you been training for now? You're looking good, man. Yeah, what's your workout routine? What's your diet secrets? You know, you're on steroids, bro. You don't lie to me. You sure you're not on steroids? Like, just be nice to people. Compliment, praise people. Buy people gifts as well. That's another way you can be kind. You know, it makes you feel good when you've bought someone a gift. It just is. It's that reciprocal positive energy. If I bought you a gift, if I went and met you and I just bought you a fucking, I don't know, a coffee or some shit, whatever you like, right? Here you go, bro. I got this. It's a surprise. You know, you didn't know that I was going to buy it for you, but there you go, bro. Oh, thank you, man. That's amazing. That's really nice of you. Thank you so much. It makes us both feel good, doesn't it? It's good for your mental health. Be kind. Be a nice person. You know, why wouldn't you? Why would you want to walk around being a dickhead? It's just not nice. Bro, shut up, bro. Always the birds. They're always out to get me. It's the Matrix birds. So number 2 is kindness. You can do that through complimenting people, praising people, just being nice to be around, being a positive energy source, looking at the world in the best case scenario. Again, naturally then you'll portray the most positive energy. Buying people little gifts. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but you know, just say, I don't mind paying for the meal, of course. Let's go out for lunch, I'll pay, don't worry about it, my treat. Doing things like that make you feel good. It's good for your mental health. Number 3 is social connection. Okay, social connection is just absolutely vital. We are social creatures. You know, we're meant to be in tribes. We're meant to operate in teams, in gangs. We feel best when we're surrounded by social people that we feel accepted by. Okay, and I know this for a fact because when I started improving my social skills, I started going into the gym, making friends, speaking to people, again, praising people, complimenting people, just putting myself out there a little bit, trying to make some friends and trying to level up my social skills, because, you know, I was a very shy, socially awkward weirdo, so it was hard for me. It was a thing that I had to actively focus on. But I noticed the difference now, me being the person I am today, the man I am today, being socially connected. Everyone knows me in my city. Everywhere I go, people know me. I just feel fucking incredible. I feel good. It makes you feel like the fucking man. It makes you feel nice. It's good. It's satisfying that hierarchy of needs. And one of them is social connection. So learn to make friends. I've got videos on social skills. Go and watch them. The bare basics is just get yourself out there. Get off of social media. Get off the internet. Get off your phone. Get into the real world and start speaking to people. Go into the gym, speak to people, introduce yourself, shake their hands, say hello to people when you walk past them in the street, in the park, whatever. Just get used to opening your mouth and talking more. That social connection that you feel will do wonders for your mental health, okay? Last but not least, is gratitude, or as I like to call it, a positive mindset. Looking at the world in the best way, all right? Taking the good out of all the situations. What are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for? Give me 2 things, just 2. What are you grateful for? Okay, what am I grateful for today? I'm grateful for the sun that was out before, right? There was a nice little sun period that was out, which is very rare, especially in winter time in the UK, and I'm grateful for that. And then ask yourself why. It might be quite common sense. Well, if you said something like, oh, I'm grateful for water, it's common sense. Why? I'm grateful for it because it keeps me alive. But just by using your mind and thinking on a deep level about positive things like this will keep you in this good mental health state. If all day, all that you're doing is thinking about things that you're grateful for, thinking about things you're positive for, thinking about things that make you feel good. You know, if you get a negative thought and you ask yourself, how can I be grateful for that situation? How can I be grateful for the fact that I approached a girl today in the gym and I got laughed at, or whatever? You know, how can I be grateful for that? Well, I learned from it. You know, it pushed me out of my comfort zone. You know, I learned about my emotions, I learned about my triggers, I learned about myself, I learned about my weaknesses. Cool, there's so much I can take from it. There's so many positives I can take from it. You look at life through this gratitude lens. You wake up every single morning with this mindset of like, yeah, I'm happy to be alive. I'm excited to be alive. What am I grateful for? This. Cool. It makes you feel good. How can you be negative? How can you feel depressed? How can you feel anxious? How can you feel negative emotions in your body when all that you're doing is telling yourself things that you are happy about? Things that you are happy to be alive about, things that you're grateful for, the good in life. It's just impossible to feel negative, you know? So practice these 4 things on a day-to-day basis. And again, I don't like to waste your time. It's very generic YouTube advice. Like, yeah, presence, gratitude, social connection, and kindness. You practice those 4 things and you implement them as part of your routine. I wake up every single day and I'll meditate from my presence, right? I'll gratitude journal for gratitude. I'll write down things that I'm grateful for, and it puts you in that positive mindset. You know, every single day I'll make it a habit to compliment people, to praise people, to just be nice to people. I'm just a nice person in general anyway, so it's not hard for me to do that. But yeah, kindness makes you feel good. I'll buy people things. You know, if I'm going out with people, I'll buy them. Yeah, of course I'll buy you a drink. Of course I'll buy you lunch. Don't even mention it. You know, I'm taking a girl out. If I ask her to go on a date with me, of course I'll pay for it. You know, I used the same example in the video earlier. There was a girl I'm taking out recently on a date, And she was like, oh, I can't come out because I don't have any money. You know, maybe we can do it next week. And so I'm like, listen, don't be fucking stupid. I'm offering you to come out. I'll sort it. Don't worry about money. It makes me feel good being nice to people. It makes me feel good being that positive person, right? And yeah, that's good for my mental health. It's good for other people. It's good for me. It's just a win-win for everyone. So yes, kindness is a good thing. Implement that as part of your routine. Make you a kind man. Be a kind, good man. It really is. It's good for everyone. And lastly, social connection. I make that as part of my routine. You know, every time I walk in this park when I'm recording videos, I'll say hello to people, I'll greet people. That is just a habit for me now. It's not something that I have to actively do anymore. I just know people now, so naturally I'm socially connected anyway. But, you know, when I was shy, when I was awkward, I just made it part of my routine, right? Social flow, social warm-up, get out there, speak to people, get used to being social. I did that, and now I feel good. And I implement these 4 things every single day. I don't remember the last time I woke up and felt negative. I don't remember the last time I woke up and felt, oh, I feel shit today, or I feel ugly today, or I feel insecure. I just don't have that life. That doesn't exist for me. Life is great. Life is like a playground. It's fun. It's like a game for me. Because I wake up and I've just mastered my mental health. Really have mastered it. And if you want to learn how to master it on such a deep personal level, because I haven't covered everything in this video, again, it's very generic, very simplistic, just a little reminder for you on this beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time you're watching this. The coaching's down below. So I'd love to come and meet you and talk to you on a personal level, and I can give you the best, most optimal advice for you, you know, and you can learn how to literally master your mental health. There's no point. It takes the excitement out of life when you have to wake up and think negative thoughts, when you have to think, oh, I would be happy, but, you know, I've got this problem, or this person's dying, or my dog's dead, or this thing's going on, I've got a disease, my health's fucked. It takes the excitement out of life when you've got all this bullshit going on. Now, I can literally train you to have the mindset of, like, no matter what's going on in your life, you have the ability to turn on your happiness, your positive emotions, your good part of your brain. You have the ability to turn that on whenever you want, instantly, right now. And I can train you how to do that. Coaching's down below. Come and talk to me. I look forward to meeting you on a personal level. Stay safe, look after yourself, and I'll see you soon, yeah? Bow!